The storm that is the departure of Lionel Messi to Manchester City will resume tomorrow when Bartomeu meet up with Jorge Messi, the father and the agent of the player. But for the moment being, we have to turn our focus onto other players that still deserve to be mentioned, because there's a lot of moves happening in the world of football that still carry a lot of weight and impact. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to a new episode of Pay-Per-Views. I decided to change the name from Transfer Watch because that's a term that basically everyone uses, so I want to have one for my own. The name of Gini Wijnaldum or Wijnaldum is one that has been continuously kind of talked around in the media when it comes to him being linked to a move to Barcelona. The fact of the matter is that him under Ronald Koeman has become a very special asset, an important one at that, in the Netherlands national team. Many are saying that there should be this sort of link, that if Ronald Koeman now managing Barcelona kind of wants this very good box-to-box midfielder capable of hard working pressing and more especially covering up different positions, something that Barcelona really lacks, Gini Wijnaldum might just be the perfect guy at doing that. From a financial standpoint, first of all, it's a very accessible move to Barcelona. We already know that they're having a lot of problems and the money is one of them. If Wijnaldum doesn't want to renovate at Liverpool, then that will be the main way for Barcelona to strike any sort of kind of negotiation with Liverpool. They kind of convince them with that, because when you have a player that is running out his contract, you don't want them to go for free. From a football standpoint, Wijnaldum would be a good acquisition. I believe that he will be giving the energy that the midfield is so severely lacking. If on top of that we add that Barcelona are letting go of a lot of midfielders like Rakitic, Vidal, which we're going to be commenting in the next story, it just simply fits perfectly. It seems that Koeman is trying to let go of the old guard and bring someone in for what he wants. But now, from a fan perspective, which I am one of them, I have to say that looking at Wijnaldum at 29 years of age is just simply a move that doesn't excite me. It's not a move that makes me kind of motivated to see and watch Barcelona for the next season. Of course, you're not gonna be getting world-breaking transfer fees every single window, but what I believe is making a lot of Barcelona fans kind of doubt this decision is that already you have a new acquisition in Miralem Pjanic coming in with the very same age, and it also means that it's gonna be less spots for other youngsters that you currently have in the squad. If Barcelona are able to rebuild their wage structure and offer Wijnaldum a reasonable wage in a 2-year contract, I will be happy, because you do need these sort of signings to stabilize a team, especially as chaotic as Barcelona is right now. But in the long term of things, I don't want to see this continue, because it's what have gotten Barcelona to this position in the first place. This next section of the video involves actually 3 transfer stories, but because they are very similar, I decided to put them together. These are Ivan Rakitic leaving finally to Sevilla, Arturo Vidal potentially leaving the club and terminating his contract to go to Inter de Milan, and Luis Suarez to follow also to Italy, but him joining Juventus. The similarity between all of these 3 deals is that the players are having their contract terminated by mutual consent. This means that the potential clubs that they could be leaving to wouldn't have to pay a huge transfer fee, and most likely they're not if there's any fee included. It's that Barcelona will have to pay a compensation fee to the player, so they're just basically asking, hey man, can you help me out here to pay so that you can get this player. We've already seen that with the confirmed move of Rakitic leaving to Sevilla, which is going to be 1.5 million euros, which Sevilla is going to be playing Barcelona plus 9 in variable. And it's going to be very interesting to see Rakitic return to his club of Sevilla, a one that he calls his home and where his wife is, and he has a very good relationship with them. It's just basically a good end to the story for him. But for the side of Barcelona, it is just very kind of underwhelming if you ask me. I'm not particularly sad that they're leaving, but the way that Barcelona is handling business leaves a lot to be desired with. Arturo Vidal could have left Barcelona to go to Inter last season for 15 million euros, and Rakitic could have left for a banging fee of 90 million euros to PSG in 2017. But what has happened here basically? Barcelona has kept their players for just way too long because of the contracts that they have had. So if you ask me particularly if I'm happy with these deals, of course not, but nowadays there's nothing we can really do about it. Barcelona has publicly said that they don't want this player here anymore, so the power of negotiation, it isn't in the club anymore. It's basically all on the players, and that is a bad move again from Bartomeu. And then Suarez moving to Juventus with the departure of Higuain as well. I think Luisito will be enjoying his time in Turin. But just as a warning for Juventus fans, you need to get a good midfielder, because with Suarez and Ronaldo, two players that are not keen on defending and pressing from the front, you may be having a little bit of struggle when it comes to rebuilding your team. But if we're talking about rebuilds, we have to mention Chelsea. My goodness, the work that they are putting, the money that they are spending, and the players that they are getting, this Chelsea team is going to be having to prove something next season under Frank Lampard, because the move of Kai Havertz to Chelsea looks almost complete. But for me, the thing that is most surprising is that they're willing to spend the money on a player like this, a very good goal-scoring midfielder, someone that is a generational talent, no doubt. They're buying a player that, in my opinion, they don't really need that much. If you're talking about your squad, there's clearly one place, two positions actually, where they need to strengthen. That is goalkeeper and center back. And spending that money on Havertz currently is not a priority in my opinion. If there's a Chelsea fan watching here, basically congratulations, because you have yourself a very good player. I'm keen on seeing how he's going to be playing under you, and actually I believe that there's no other better teacher than Lampard for him. The last main story of the day involves a kind of pre-target of Barcelona, and that is Donny van de Beek, which has basically just already signed his contract with Manchester United. Out of all places, honestly, I believe that this is a team, once again, very similar to the situation with Havertz at Chelsea, that they don't really need Van de Beek. If you take a look at the options that they have in midfield with Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and now Van de Beek, I've left kind of just really starstruck as to how they're going to be fitting all these names together. For me, Van de Beek is not a player that you need to play on the bench or even in kind of like a wide position for the right. I believe that Van de Beek is a very good number 10 and you need to play him there. I do not know if this completely just kind of shuts down the rumors of Jadon Sancho joining United, but what I know is that any team that got Donny van de Beek, we're going to be having a gem. And I kind of am very surprised that many Barcelona fans were not interested in his move or were not really understanding why we needed him at all. I believe Van de Beek should be considered up there with the De Jongs and other kind of midfielders that can progress to be the best in the world, because we're talking about a guy here that has an instinct for goals, to scoring from the midfield, and that is not an easy task. So basically, I was just kind of pushing all out for Van de Beek joining to Barcelona. I dedicated a video to that. I wanted more people to jump onto the hype train, but not too many people joined. And now seeing him move to Manchester United, it's kind of like a loss, in my opinion. I'm kind of left a little bit salty, a little bit jealous, but nonetheless, like I said, you're going to be getting an amazing player, and I'm going to be hyped, very similar to what I said with Havertz, to see how he plays under that new kind of rebuilding squad. That's going to be everything for right now, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. The support that you guys have been giving me is absolutely incredible. So if you want to support the channel by dropping us a like and subscribe, I'm going to be immensely kind of grateful for everything that you do. That's going to be it for right now. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao.